Hi everyone. I've been looking into the flat earth stuff that's been coming up everywhere lately on YouTube and in many other places, I suppose. And it's made me think about the purported structure of our solar system and how things work. And I put together this diagram to try and at least question the solar system's model and why it really doesn't work. It may not necessarily prove a flat Earth, but it does bring into question the solar system story. So let me explain what I've done here. First, I've put this graphic together in short order, and I didn't really try and make it pretty or any of that fun stuff. I'm kind of sick today. I'm home from work, or I might not have otherwise have done this. All that being said, let me explain what I've done. If we're looking at the sun and the Earth from a side view of the solar system, such that this direction would be north on Earth, north on the sun, and of course that'd be south. So remember, you're looking at the solar system from a side view, and the Earth will travel around the sun once a year, as explained in the solar system model. So when you're on Earth and you're experiencing day, then you're on this side of the Earth facing the sun. Pretty self-explanatory. And of course, if you were on this side of the Earth at the same time, you'd be experiencing night. And so in 6 months, you would travel around the sun, supposedly, and you'd be facing the sun for day and facing away from the sun and seeing night. Okay, so far so good. So let's delve further into the solar system explanation of our reality. The Earth spins on its axis once every 24 hours, so they say. And if that were the case, then if this Earth never circled the sun, then every day it would spin around on its axis, and you get high noon, say, at one point in time. 12 hours later, it'd be the middle of the night. 12 more hours, a total of 24 hours, you'd be back to high noon facing the sun. So far, that's not a problem. And of course, at night, when you're looking away from the sun, you'll see a star pattern. I just drew 3 yellow stars to represent that. Could be anything. This is an abstract representation of the reality we have been presented. So, let's fast forward from summer. Let's just arbitrarily call this part of the cycle around the sun summer, where we're going to see 3 yellow stars. And now we progress 6 more months. We're on the other side of the sun, and the Earth is still spinning around on its axis every 24 hours. So here's the point that breaks the solar system model to me. If the Earth is spinning on its axis every 24 hours and 6 months later it's still doing the same thing, then what used to be the middle of the day should now be the middle of the night, because here you're facing day and you're spinning every 24 hours facing this direction. And then over here, you're doing the exact same thing, and every 24 hours you're going to face this direction, which would now be night. So the first question I have for the solar system believers is, why don't we adjust our clocks 12 hours every 6 months so that the middle of the day remains the middle of the day? If you don't get that, think about it, because that's important. There's no way the solar system model works when that explanation breaks down so easily if you just think about it for a little bit. Secondary point, and this will sum it up, finish the video, and if you get it, you get it. I hope people do. I'm trying to make this so simple that it's very easy to understand for everybody. I hope I achieve that objective, because the lies are so deep and so prevalent, it's really hard to bring people from the distorted lie reality they've been subjected to their entire lives and get them to see simple points like this. I think most of us who are experiencing the revelation of truth in our lives find that it's very hard to explain it to other people for a lot of reasons, mostly emotional and psychological. I won't say problems for them, just emotional and psychological barriers that have been built through the lies that have been told to them for so long by trusted authorities. So let's finish the video. If we're still looking at the solar system model and every 24 hours the Earth spins, and let's start again in summer, where this time we're going to talk about looking out into the stars at night. So if I'm looking out at night and I see 3 yellow stars facing this direction, away from the sun, the only way to experience night is to be facing away from the sun. So we're told in the solar system model. Now we go 6 months later, we're on this side of the sun. And guess what? When we're at night, we're facing the exact opposite direction of what we used to be facing 6 months earlier in summer, because now we're in the middle of winter. And in order to see these 3 yellow stars, by looking up at night, we would have to face this direction. But in the middle of winter, on the other side of the sun, to see these 3 yellow stars, we would have to look through the Earth, through the sun, and through daylight to see these stars. So it would be reasonable to expect that every 6 months that we would see an entirely different star pattern, because we're looking in an absolute 180-degree opposite direction of what we used to be looking at 6 months ago. So we should see maybe 4 green stars as a hypothetical example. That pretty much sums up the points I was trying to make here. I really do hope that people find this useful and short and concise and to the point and illustrative of the reason that the solar system model does not work. Thanks for watching. Peace.